and I realized that I never got you guys links. So, while you guys give your introductions, I'm gonna get those out to you.
Hello, my name is Brent. I'll be playing Saren Starseeker. He's an Astro Elf Divine Soul Sorcerer who's still navigating a devilish deal and hoping to make progress, and he's becoming more and more comfortable with his newfound magic powers. This week's fun fact is that Saren's least favorite spice is turmeric because the flavor is too muted and the color yellow sucks.
Dan.
Hi, I'm Caitlin. I'm playing Melior. Mel is a beautifully dangerous drow gloomstalker ranger with snow white hair and steel gray skin. This week's fun fact about Mel is she has a tattoo on her right shoulder blade. It depicts a cluster of Atropa belladonna, or deadly nightshade, which is a very poisonous plant with purple flowers. It's sort of like a botanical representation of herself, and I'll put a picture into the chat about what it looks like.
Hi, I'm Kelsey. I play Ash. She's a tiefling fighter. Um, I don't know enough about her to give you any more fun facts. You get what you get. We'll figure her out together.
Hi, I'm Radiant, and I play. Oh, this is interesting music. I play. Who am I playing? I play Magda. Who is a UNT pure blood. Uh. Oh, that's so pretty. What? Paladin? Yes. I'm sorry. I'm not feeling so well, so I'm a little bit off. What? Um. She's got the younger sister energy. She's the youngest of the group. She's got the annoying younger sister energy, and she's just following along. It's just great. Okay.
Alrighty. And then we've got our session to dive into. So, you are traveling upon the River Styx under the caring guidance of Bodhi. And it's been an interesting few days of travel. Vote for Bodhi.
Absolutely. That's a candidate I can get behind.
Bodhi won't. Bodhi will give it to you straight up.
That's right. Hey, buddy.
But yeah, you've had some interactions with some not so great people. There were some gnolls. I was just thinking of their god, because Yanogu. But you've got gnolls that you had interacted with, a couple of demons that apparently can sense gold in some sort of way, according to Bodhi. You fought with rocks during that as well, and you found a box that is locked in no way that you can really understand because there's no actual like opening on it, but there is the seam. Um, lots of interesting things up on the River Styx, including some developments with Mel's shadow that had been tested, and well, why don't we dive back in to your last, hopefully last day of travel, should everything go well. And we begin this hellish morning, quotation marks, upon the River Styx as you have so many times before. And why don't we get someone? It can be anyone. Roll me a d20.
I'm not doing it.
I'll do it. $17.
17. Great. I will keep that in mind. So, as you begin your day's travel, what is everyone doing?
Saren is patrolling the outer edge of the boat and looking for danger both on shore and in the sky.
Ash is trying to get in the box.
Strength check, Ash. You have advantage
Use
because
my
of your
crowbar.
crowbar.
$21.
So much like the first time, there is a bit of give. This time more than the first attempt. But unfortunately, it's just quite not enough as it snaps down. You are so close to getting this box open.
She's
How's
gonna
it going, Ash?
fucking box won't open.
Don't we have multiple crowbars?
I have a crowbar.
Well,
There's no way I can get that thing open.
but we could have two people crowbar it.
I can offer up my crowbar, but there's no way I'm gonna be able to get that open.
Well, okay, here's what I propose. Is Ash and Magda crowbar this thing, and I will use guidance on Ash, and Magda can use guidance on herself if she has it.
What do you think, kid?
Okay, that sounds good. We'll do that. What check is it?
Strength check, you have advantage because Mel is lending you the crowbar.
And can you use guidance, Magda?
Yeah, okay.
Okay, guide yourself. Okay, shit.
Okay.
20.
That's 11 plus 7 is 1.
That's a big guidance.
Yeah. Oh, no, I mean 4. 11 plus 4, 15. I don't think that does it.
I mean, you're doing it together, so it changes goals a little bit here. So, as your combined efforts are put together, let me do some quick math here. So yeah, as you're working together, there is an initial resistance, and Ash, you're starting to feel where your crowbar is slipping a bit in the grasp from when you had first attempted. But with the extra guidance from Saren's magic, as well as Magda's assistance, there is the sound of a metal crack as the box is opened.
I don't know if it's okay
did
to
it.
scream, but I feel like it.
Go for it.
I've conquered the box. We conquered the box. Fuck
Everyone
that.
contributed. Fuck the box. What's in it?
Yeah, what's inside?
Alright, so there is a lot of gleams and glimmers that come from the box. The first thing you would notice is the pile of coins that is kept in a bag. You see 300 gold pieces are there. And amongst the gold pieces are also some gems. 2 sardonyx and 1 onyx piece. You also have vestments that are made of what looks to be woven gold. There is a very disturbing statuette of a man in agony bisecting himself, seeming to be carved of bone. And aside from that, you'd also notice a soul coin, a potion of blue liquid, and a very polished, gleaming gold necklace that just seems very luxurious.
Yo, we're rich.
It appears so. Don't
I
tell
don't,
Bodhi.
I don't want that little statue. Maybe we give it to Bodhi.
Well, maybe we can spend some time with it and see if it's useful.
Yeah, that makes sense. But if it isn't, maybe we give it to Bodhi. Just
Maybe
as
we
like a
chuck
thank
that thing
you.
in the...
It's just
Sure.
tip for great customer service.
He's been great.
Well, Faye, I would like to take the vestments and spend some time getting to know them.
Okay.
I'll take the scary statue.
I love that. A little worried, honestly.
Is there someone that's holding all of the gold, or do we want to split it up?
We can split it.
Got it. I'll work on that.
All right.
I guess I'll look at the necklace. I guess that's the only other thing, right? Besides the gem. Oh, and the potion.
Alright, so, you can choose either the potion or the amulet because, trying to discern if there's any sort of magical things would be an hour each, so.
Well, I mean, it's not going to take me long to count out all the money, so I can look at one.
The amulet on the necklace? Or are they two separate things?
The amulet is the necklace. You have the amulet and the potion.
Okay.
Alright, so let me just get this written down for you guys.
Is it okay if I put the soul coin in my little pouch?
I'm cool with that.
So, as your each looking over everything through the hour, we'll start with Saren. The plots are unfortunately non-magical, but you do know that they are very well made, easily worth about 25 gold pieces on their own. For Magda, the statuette, as you spend your time looking over it, there is no magic in this statuette, but it does seem to be carved from a single bone. Like, it doesn't seem to be patched together, so take with that what you will. And then
Can I tell who it is? Like,
It's
is
just
it
it's just a guy. There's like no actual identity to it.
okay. I go, oh, it's talking to me. Nah, just kidding.
All right, and then who had the potion? Just real quick. Was it
I'll
Map?
look at the potion.
All right, cool. Then as you look over this potion, I will put it in your inventory.
So
As-
magic.
It does have magic to it. Alrighty. Oh, I probably could have just done this from the maps instead of doing the way that I did, but whatever. Okay, so if Ash does a refresh of inventory, you should see the new potion in there.
Ooh.
And feel free to explain that how you wish, if you wish.
Yeah, I'll share. I think this gives you, like, a little bit of extra health for a little bit. Just a little boost.
Oh, well that does sound useful.
And it's blue, just in case anyone's colorblind.
Good to know.
Melioris, if you refresh your inventory, you'll see what the amulet is. Though you wouldn't know that last line correctly.
So I don't know that last one.
Yeah, the last
Unless you
portion.
attune to it.
Yeah, if you attune to it, you'll know the last two bits of what happens.
Okay.
But everything else you would know.
Okay. This one just makes it so that you are having the best day visually. You look really good. Your outfit is on point. Nothing messes that up. If you get wounded, nobody knows. Maybe just some boots too. But yeah, so you're just always looking your best when you got this necklace on.
I don't think any of us need that.
Well, hold on. I feel like we can always go to sell it like a whatever, but until we decide to sell it, I think Saren could use that because he's the mouthpiece of us. He always talks, and if this is gonna make him look more like handsomer and more like put together, like so we can actually put our best face forward. What do you think?
Can't wear it because I'm already wearing a necklace, which ironically Al gave me. So it would be pretty ironic if I were to give this to someone else. I think.
What do you think, Saren?
If it'll help us, then I don't mind.
We'll just put it on.
You can try it out. You can try it out, and then if you don't like it, we can sell it or whatever. Yeah?
It insist.
Yep. Okay.
Alright, then I will get that information of what you've got over to you.
I will remove it from my inventory.
But as you travel, there does not seem to be any disturbances from shore or sky or from the sticks below. Just your recent victory over the bots.
Nice. And now we just have a box.
Now you just have a box that has...
And it's broken.
Oh, and that's broken. Yep.
Hey, Bodhi!
Ah,
You want a broken box?
I mean, you could just toss it into the sticks.
Well, I was going to, but I just wanted to check if you wanted it first.
I don't need a broken box, I got regular boxes.
Got it. I'll kick it off the boat.
Well, now we don't have to lug that thing around.
Yeah.
Do we level up?
That's a milestone, right?
Yeah.
We're doing milestone leveling.
I don't think a box opening constitutes as a, enough for a level up. I'm sorry, guys.
It took us, like, a whole episode to get that thing open.
Alright, Sarah,
Took
you
all
should
four
have...
of us
Yeah.
before it could happen. So
Well, now you have this amazing bonding memory that you guys can think about for years to come.
Wow.
So. But no, you are close to a level up, closer than you think, further than you'd like. And as you are traveling, I'd say it's about maybe another hour or so, when Bodhi starts to move the barge closer to the shore. And you can see in the distance Archon's tower. Alright, this is where you get off.
Well, thank you for the smooth ride, Bodhi. I hope you have better luck with people attacking your boat.
He just gives a grunt.
Hi, Bodhi.
Yeah,
I'll miss you.
maybe we'll see each other again.
Promise.
No,
Were we your best customers?
no.
I
Wow.
find that hard to believe. We offered you a broken box.
What
before
made
I-
us not the best?
Yeah, how can we improve?
Don't ask for a ride last minute.
So, of your 7 fingers, like, how many would you give us, like, rated out of 7? Also, don't think he speaks the same language as I do, but we're too far in.
I'm translating.
Yeah, we've got a translator, it's fine.
Perfect.
He gives you 5 out of 7.
Oh, that's pretty good.
I'll take it.
All right, we'll write next time. How about that?
Should we book ahead now for our return trip? Because he said, "Oh, don't book it at the last minute."
Well, I don't know.
We're gonna
if
need
we'll
a ride
another-
back, right?
Well, I think he's going down to another level. I think he mentioned. So,
Oh no, we don't want to do that. We want to go south,
Yeah.
but not like down a level. Okay. All right. Bye, Bodhi. Boat Daddy. Bodhi.
There's just a grunt as you guys all, like, disembark and he starts heading down the sticks further until he kind of disappears from view.
yeah, I was gonna ask him if he wanted a Shadow Demon companion, but I couldn't bring myself to do that.
I don't think he would have accepted anyway.
Bodhi deserves better.
He really does.
Well, towards the tower then.
Yep.
And then there's like a little toot from Lulu.
Oh shit! Forgot you were here. Sorry, Lulu.
I thought you meant
Seems a
Spooked me.
little.
I thought you meant she was still on the barge.
No.
We had forgotten her.
She can fly. She's following behind you, and she's giving like this little motivational toot, and then everyone jumps, and she just sort of gets a little deflated. So, yeah, as you guys are making your way towards Archon's tower, roll for me survival checks, please.
Natural 20. 26.
Whole pen.
Alright, so Ash is struggling a bit here. But let's see how well the group does overall. Magda, what did you get on your survival?
I did great, Faye. I rolled a 4.
Ooh, okay. Alright.
A natural 20 counts as 2 successes, though, right?
I will take into account the natural 20.
Besides, I'm the youngest. I always follow my older siblings. You know, I'm not going in the front. I'm always going in the back.
What about all the times you ran in first?
Well, that's after you guys discover something.
Of course.
So, as you're traveling, your speed is a little hindered by your environment here. But it's not going terrible. And as you make the trek, you can see, of course, the overhang with Archon's tower looming above you as you make further progress. And, just check something here real quick. Meliors. You would notice something flying in the sky. It's in a far distance, but it seems to be heading towards the tower until it disappears at the top, seeming to land there.
Did I get a sense of its size?
It seems to be some large creature, nothing like it's small at a distance, so it's probably not too much bigger than yourself.
Okay. I'll let everyone know that I just saw something fly into the top of the tower.
Do you think it's tracking us? Early warning?
It didn't seem
Did
to
it
be.
come from like past us, or was it?
It
in the
was
distance
more
coming towards it.
It was more perpendicular rather than parallel.
Okay. It's not immediately apparent to me that it noticed us. I think I just happened to notice it.
Well, they may be expecting visitors. Which means there might be an army waiting for us.
I definitely think we should scope out the situation before we ring his doorbell again.
I agree. Oh, and just so everyone knows, it seemed, in case anyone forgot, that whole hand that I'm looking for, it seems that the guy in charge of the tower has it attached to the end of his arm.
No.
That's fun.
Well, at least it's something. At least the creature that had his form had it attached to the end of its arm.
Okay, great. Do we want to get a bit closer and then spend some time scoping it out before we run in, or?
Yeah, we'll have to be
That's my
careful.
vote.
Yeah, there's some ballista or some sort of siege weapons guarding it to stop people from approaching. I think it was manned by zombies, so maybe not the highest quality of help, but we'll just have to see when we get closer.
Then I'm assuming that as you get closer, you'll want to stealth.
Yes, I will cast without trace.
Alright.
So I am concentrating on that, and I will mark the spell off.
22.
That's going to be a 20.
I need to roll stealth. Oh man, I rolled terribly. That's a 23.
18's not bad, right?
It's not bad.
As you're getting closer to the tower, there are some apparent changes that you can see. The first one is almost enough to cause a bit of concern, as it almost catches sight of Magda before your group is able to pull her to a bit of an overhang, smaller. As there seems to be at the top of this tower a large white dragon keeping eyes out over the horizon. Definitely was not present the last time we were here.
That's a whole ass dragon.
Yep.
Size comparison to us. Not that Saren's ever seen a real dragon before. How does this one compare to the void dragon in his head?
About the same size.
Does it appear like the dragon could get inside of the tower?
Roll for me. I'm going to say, roll for me a Arcana or Nature check.
That's a 3.
I mean, it's big, and, you know, the tower is big, but it's, like, not, like, that big, so probably not.
So I suspect this is what I saw flying into the top of it, or does it look too big to be that thing?
Too big to see what you saw flying into this, so definitely
There's at least two flying things at this
at
tower currently.
least two.
At least two. Minimum of two. Okay. Yeah, that's not
Well,
what I saw.
if we can make it in, and it doesn't have a way to follow us, it looks like, then it's going to be waiting for us on our way out.
Yeah, I mean, I've got one dragon under my belt already, so you got this, right? Right? Sure.
Totally.
Well,
Why would we not have this?
I don't know.
I wonder if this orb could do anything to help us. I don't really know.
No one's attuned to it, right?
I don't believe anyone reattuned to it, no, as there are
No, I did
certain
not.
mechanics.
I believe there's, yeah, some side effects of some kind.
I mean, if
We'll
you
just-
think
Would
it's
it help us?
Would it help us destroy the tower? So the guy running the place is a dragon-born, and it seemed so. This guy Oldrock told us that he likes dragon-related artifacts, and then those guys that got us down here at the little pier, they were talking about some sort of like dragon graveyard or something.
It would
I
know it
feel
was a shrine or something to Tiamat,
shrine.
wasn't it?
Yeah.
This guy worships Tiamat. Because the other thing we need to get is the blood vial he wears. Because it's
Yep.
Tiamat's blood, and we need to get that to give to Aldrax so that we can help the other. But this is where it starts to get very complicated. But this
Got it.
guy has two things that we need. And
Okay.
he's like super into Tiamat.
So maybe no one attunes to it, but we offer it up as trade.
So that's what we tried, and then they jumped us, and then I was in a, magically induced coma, and everyone had to go into my head and save me.
Sure. And
But it wasn't him that jumped us; it was some sort of devil-y thing that went into my body.
got it.
So our original intent was to show up and say, "Hey, we've got this orb. Can we have that blood?" And then we immediately got attacked by a whole bunch of people, and then discovered that he has the hand that I need, which is allegedly some sort of magical artifact that Mahadi wants. And Mahadi promised us help, and here you are.
Well, we gotta get that if he wants it.
Yeah.
However you guys want to play this, I'm here for it. I mean, you've been here before, so.
Only in the front door. We didn't make it past that.
Got it. Okay.
And it looks like there's more floors than one, and there's a dragon on top.
Yeah, I saw that. Okay.
I mean, I suppose we have an option to entice the dragon to fight us here, but then we'd be on open ground, nowhere to
Fighting
flee
a
to.
dragon.
Right. Well, if we go in and do what we have to do, it's going to be waiting on when we come out. And probably very unhappy.
Sure.
And also, I suspect that there's, I keep thinking the word army is appropriate. there may be an army inside of the tower. And the last time we were here, there was like a dozen zombie skeleton creatures walking around the walls, manning those siege weapons.
Uh-huh.
So, and there was half a dozen or 4 or 6 devils or demons on the first floor that we had to contend with.
Is there like a back door?
We didn't look.
Is there a way to get in from underneath?
Don't think so. We just kind of went in the first floor.
We just went up to the door last time and was like, hey, we're here to make a trade. Interested? There was no
Got it.
scoping of anything last time. We just walked right up to the front door.
Okay. Well, then let's try and find an alternate way in.
All right. Without getting spotted by the dragon or any of the crews on the siege weapons.
Please.
Is there anybody I could make myself look like that he might be more willing to conduct a trade with and be like, look, I got this orb of dragonkind from those idiots that were here last time. I'm your buddy, so why don't we just do this trade? I don't know.
So you would want to go in alone?
Not really, but I might be able to get intel. I don't have to bring anything with me.
From the very limited information you have on Archon, the only person you know for, without a doubt, he's got any interest in is Tiamat.
Well,
Magda.
I don't think I can pass myself off as Tiamat, nor do I know what they look like.
What if we yell at the dragon really loud and get its attention, and then show him the orb and says, hey, we want to trade with Archon, but Archon directly. Last time we tried to trade it with him, his minions tried to steal it from him. So we got rid of the minions because they were traitors. So can you
What
please
if the dragon
bring
just eats
together
us and takes the orb?
I'd rather not do that.
What if they weren't
Also,
his
I don't-
minions?
I don't know how to talk to a dragon.
Neither do I.
very loudly?
Well, then he'd be able to hear you. But I'm not sure if he'd be able to understand you. What I'm worried about is if we entice the dragon and it swoops down, there's not going to be any escaping it.
Okay.
And there's
So-
no saying that if there's an army inside, they don't charge out at us and then we have to face them both at once.
So what if we get caught, or if we get confronted by things we don't want to fight, then we can say, hey, we're here to trade with the with help me, Archon.
Okay.
And if we don't see anybody, we don't say anything.
I mean, maybe.
Well, let me ask
but-
you this: do we tell anybody about the orb that is not Archon?
I'm concerned that if we stick our heads in the door, we're going to get attacked immediately
No.
again.
I mean, I like the idea about going in the back door, or seeking alternative entrance, to get in, because it's all about going in. But if we get caught while we're trying to penetrate this place, then we can try to negotiate.
I know what you're doing.
I'm trying not to look at you.
I know what you're doing. I'm catching everyone.
Well, maybe we can
We
take a wide lap around this place and see if there's any other entrances.
Yeah, absolutely.
technically everybody, as far as we are aware, everybody that knew we had the orb is dead now.
That's good.
So we could keep that, in our back pocket.
Right,
if
except for
we
the
wanted
fact,
to.
except if you look at Saren, his bag is bulging. because it's like the size of a basketball, or like a a ball.
I
I just take a
believe
lap.
it was.
Like
Uh,
a globe.
That was what I was hoping to do, is especially while this spell is still up and we've got use of it, maybe the sneaky folk do a quick lap to see what information we can gather about this tower and
So you want to
possible.
split the party?
What does that mean?
For a little
Yes.
bit.
As in, some people go up ahead to scout, and the rest of us like stand here, sit here, and wait.
And watch.
And watch.
I mean, it's that or we all go. And if some of us
No,
aren't
no,
as
no.
stealthy,
I'm
the
okay.
dragon sees us and then comes down and,
Yeah, because
attacks us.
then whoever it comes down at is gonna be alone with the. I mean, are you okay with that? No?
A bigger group means more chances to get caught.
Okay.
I'm pretty sneaky.
Okay.
I'm not as sneaky, but I'll go with you.
Okay.
All right. So
Back then, I can stay put then and keep an eye on things.
for the two that are,
Hold on one moment. How long is this? Okay. Ash, the weapon you have, is it magical?
Not a one of them.
Okay, which one you like to use the most, you think? Or will be beneficial for the next hour?
My sword, probably.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and cast magic weapon on your sword. It becomes a +1
Got it.
to attack and damage rolls. And for next hour, okay?
Got it. Thank you.
You're welcome, don't die.
Faye, how tall would you say this tower is?
well, it's
10-story, wasn't it?
it's 9 stories, I think, with the 5 things on top. It's a few hundreds of feet.
And how far away are Magda and I going to sit from it? I'm going to have to use the Pythagorean theorem here.
I would say that you guys are about 100 or so feet out.
Thank
Did
you.
Brent
I'm
just
gonna
break
pass.
out a geometry phrase? What the fuck?
Yes.
My favorite theorem.
The only theorem I was taught about.
I just like the way that when you say it, it's fun.
It is.
You said 100, right?
100 feet from the base of the tower.
Okay, and well, are you going to say like 300 feet tall?
Yeah, we'll say 300 feet.
Isn't it 500 feet up to Elturel? Is it like 2/3 of the way?
Well,
or 3/5 of the way up to Elturel?
yeah, but it's also like
Very
on the
far.
other, like the other side. Like Elturel's kind of closer to the bottom, where you came in. So.
Okay. Well, now I definitely think
Okay.
he's overcompensating for something. The tower is way taller than it needs to be. Doesn't need to be that
A
tall.
lot of the
Yeah, I
tower
agree.
is this like yes, you've got a few hundreds of feet here, but like the big part is like the crown on top, where it's like the 5 spires, where the dragon's within.
Okay. If that thing spots you or us and takes off, I'm going to use magic on it from here.
Okay.
And then we need to try and group up together as quickly as we can if we need to face that thing.
Got it.
My magic, if it works and holds, is going to make it crash into the ground.
Okay.
That's assuming that it flies.
Eventually.
Should
You think
try.
it's just going to dive? I mean, it'll go straight down.
Jump.
No,
Like
I
a
mean, like,
cannonball off the tower?
if it catches you while it's still just standing on top of the tower, like, it's not circling about, like, it's perched on the
Yeah.
tower. So, like, assuming that it flies, your fine will work. If it's already on top of the tower, like, it's on Earth.
But that's fine. Its speed will be 0.
True. True.
And I can make it a range of 600 feet. The math is checking out.
Holy moly.
Yeah, I knew, like, as soon as you were saying I can do it from here, it's like, oh man, it's gotta be using that distance spell.
Yep.
That's crazy.
Okay. Magda, let's
Yeah.
hide and just peek over the edge. Just watch it.
Alright. So, for our stealth party heading out, I'm going to ask for 2 rolls. Firstly, I'm going to ask for stealth. And do remember that you still have your little bonus from Pass Without a Trace. And then
Right.
I will ask for a perception check to see if you can see any other entrances.
Got my 33 on my stealth. And a 23 on my perception.
Me too, perception.
Okay. As your group sets out, the 2 of you, and you begin to move around, you don't spot anything that is as easy as a simple back door. This thing is covered with spikes. It looks hostile. Though you do notice that on every so often, the different levels, there seems to be a outdoor balcony that has a set of guards. You can tell from this distance they are more undead zombies. And as you are sort of circling back towards where Saren and Magda are, unfortunately, one of you is spotted. And you hear the roar above from the white dragon. A sort of alert. Do you do anything in response to hearing the roar?
Is that a question to anybody?
Yeah.
Is this the
Sarah's
part
not
where
doing anything
we,
until it moves.
is this the part where we link up with them really fast?
I think so, yeah.
Okay. Sounds good.
Alright, so Ash and Mel start running back towards cover.
Book it.
Alright.
How far are they from us?
I'd say 150
I don't-
feet at this point.
Mage armor, please.
As
Do you think
Saren
we
drops the mage armor and you see Mel and Ash getting closer.
I think we should probably go go run towards them, yeah?
The dragon's not moving yet.
But okay. We're waiting here.
Yep.
Okay.
How far can we see the others, Ash and Mel, running?
Yeah, you can see where they're running towards you because they were on like the circle back when this spot happened.
How
And
far away?
they're about 150 feet.
Is the zombie crews doing anything?
The ones that you have visuals on sort of move to their stations, but they don't seem to be readying any sort of weaponry yet. They're just standing there in case the order for them is given.
Okay, we can stay put, Magna. They'll make it.
Okay.
Ash and Melioris, you do make it to your cover. The dragon has not moved, just given that roar. And again, the zombies at their defense stations have not made any attempts to strike at you as you crossed the ground.
Well. Hi.
Well, they know we're here now.
Yep. But there are other
Yeah.
ways inside.
What did you see?
Balconies. We just have to get to them. Which, problematic.
Is it kind of like, or is it like a balcony all the way around the thing?
No, it's just a few balconies in between some of the iron spikes.
How high up were they?
The closest one is the one that you would see the zombies on in the second floor, where they've got their manning of the station. So probably not a good one there. The next closest one would be on the third floor. So if we assume that each floor is about... I'd say it's about maybe 80 feet up. No. About 65 feet up. Sorry, math.
That's pretty tall. That might be a tough climb, even if we could get there unseen.
Yeah.
Yeah. We don't know what's on that level, so we'd be kind of vulnerable when we were coming up over the edge of the balcony.
That, and if we do even make it onto the floor, there could be things coming from above us and below us to meet us,
Yep.
Yeah.
with our backs to a 65-foot fall.
Well, the idea was just to scope it out.
Yeah, no, that's
Don't-
very useful.
We don't have to use those.
And
Although it is looking more and more like the front door is our only option.
as you are saying that, you'd actually see the front door open.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, I'm peeking over.
And a group of figures emerges. The most noticeable being that of a portal sort of leading, and at his side a undead that seems to be more put together than a zombie, as you see a ghoul and a collection of skeletons following behind the two of them. And as this sort of group steps forward, the portal will call out. I know you're out there. Make this easy for yourself and step forward.
So looking around behind us, is it pretty much open ground?
Between where your overhang is and the rest of the immediate area, yeah, it's pretty open.
In like a 360 degree, like if we wanted to run, would they be able to see us?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've got a question.
Yes.
Incubus cracked the Tran or whatever his name was.
Mm-hmm.
I saw him when he was his own form very briefly, right?
Yes.
Before he dropped it and then went spectral.
Yeah.
Is that a form that I could take with my disguise self? Is it the same basic arrangement of limbs? I don't know that we got a artwork of him, so I don't know if he's got like wings or a tail or something. I don't know.
He does have wings and a tail. Yes.
Though I think we said that I did a Cambion one as my disguise.
Yeah.
But I don't know if that was.
This is the Incubus art.
Yep, that's wings.
So I'm assuming then it's not a form that I could take with my spell.
Yeah,
I know where.
I would say for this one, no.
I just thought I would clarify that now.
I know we're here.
They
They
know.
know that me, Melioris, and I are here.
Right?
You gonna kill us?
That remains to be seen.
He's speaking common.
He is speaking common.
Does he look like he means business? Is he a big guy or a little guy?
He's technically medium-sized creature, but he does have art, so give me just one moment and I'll get that for you.
Oh, that's not good.
Told a lot. Oh my goodness.
I'm gonna go with yes, he means business.
He means business. Okay.
Also, big guy.
Mm-hmm. What if I
How
just
far?
take a step out?
You are 100 feet from the base of the tower, with where you're hiding.
If you guys have my back, if shit goes wrong, you know, I'll step out.
Yeah, we've got your back. Saren's watching the dragon still.
Dragon's just kind of like, it's very cat-like in the sense that it is perched and watching. It hasn't moved yet, but it is paying attention. Alright, so, as Ash...
I mean, they probably know I'm here too, so I guess I would step out. Also, maybe then they think that everyone here is there.
Mm.
So, Ash and Melioris step out. And
I guess I'll stop concentrating.
Alright, you can
On the
easily
path.
go.
That would look weird.
As you see this turtle, clutch onto, the maul in his hand, eyes wary of you. So, have you come to finish what your companions had started?
I believe, as it was explained to me, we came here to start a trade. I wasn't here, so.
Exteran had other plans. We came wanting to do a trade. Cut and dry. Mean, you got something you want, you got something I want. We leave.
I'm going to ask for a persuasion check here to convince him.
That's not gonna go well. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not good at it either.
As you speak, you can see where this Tortle stands a little taller. His stance gets a little more wide, something that's easily able to shift into a defense. And strange that you recognize the figure with a name when I only knew an intruder. From where Saren and Magda are, you can see the shift in body language of this figure.
To a more defensive thing.
Yeah.
Saren will cast message towards Melioras. Can't really hear what's going on, but he doesn't look friendly.
Yeah, I got that. Above table, I guess we probably wouldn't have known the guy's name.
I...
It was on the battle map, but I don't know
Yeah.
that we ever would have heard it.
That we can say, maybe you might not have known, like, it wouldn't have been said, but, like, I think Saren would know from having him in Saren's mind, and whether or not Saren shared any of that information about the Incubus name.
Saren shared it
So,
casually in passing.
I mean, yeah, hey, you talked about, hey, this was a somewhat traumatic experience, caused by this dude.
And the Tortle, am I interpreting right that that Tortle didn't know the dude's name?
Yes.
It's that the dude was an intruder?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, shit.
Now you can reply to message too as well, so.
I think I said, yeah, I got that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was like,
Um,
if you want to be like a little more tactical, of like, hey, we might need some help here. But no, if you already replied.
I mean, last time the trade was cut short, not from either of our sides. It doesn't seem like.
it seems like there was a middleman,
Yeah.
and we were not aware that we were not dealing with the people that we needed to deal with. We're happy to try again.
Another persuasion roll. I'm gonna say that the DC is a little higher because of this situation.
So I rolled exactly the same as last time. That would be a 14.
18.
Okay.
It's really good for me. Just want to make sure that you take that into consideration.
As you speak, it's not enough to set him at ease, but it also does not set him off. He stands still holding his maul in an area where he needs to utilize it. He can quickly. And what are you looking to trade?
Now see, tell me one. How do I know you're the right person to trade with? I want to show up a second time and get stuck trading with the middleman.
As you say this, do either of you speak Draconic?
No.
You hear him speak a language that you do not understand, and then you hear the sounds of the ballista turning. I do not believe someone without proper levels of hierarchy would control them so easily.
Point taken.
Saren's gonna say to Magda, get ready with your shield. They just trained the ballista on Ash and Melioras.
Okay.
Just be ready. Just be ready.
Okay. How far are they from me?
You are 100 feet away from the base of the tower.
And how far up for the ballista?
Oh my goodness.
About 20-ish feet, between 20-25 feet up.
What's the range on fireball?
120 feet.
Oh my God.
Hold.
God almighty.
Just be ready, Magda, just in case, okay?
Okay.
It doesn't
okay.
look good though.
Am I allowed to talk
Okay.
above table? Like, I don't like. I know my character can't talk to anyone else, but I don't like making decisions that will impact the entire group. Just,
Yeah,
I'm a onesie.
Yeah, you're allowed to talk about table and plan stuff. I'm not gonna.
Hey, should we tell him we've got the orb?
Well, you know me, I would say yes, but
So he knows we're serious.
Even if we make a trade, that only solves half our problems. And then they now have the orb.
yeah, but I thought we were
Which might be
trading
the
the
end of the
orb
problem.
for the blood.
But what about
Right?
the hand?
Well,
Maybe
wouldn't
that
our
gets us in,
Yeah.
and then we deal with the rest. I don't
So,
know.
so,
You-
so we'd be inside trapped and then have to fight our way out rather than fighting our way in and having an escape route. That's just the options.
I will also present.
Also, there's a trap.
Mahadi did not give you a time limit, just that you always try to get to your task, so you
Yeah.
can always come back for the
Yeah.
hand.
Oh, this
Yeah.
could be
Yeah.
more recon. He'll invite us in. We can get a better idea of what's inside, get more knowledge, be like, thanks, this was great, pleasure
I
doing
love it.
business, and then we come back.
Right.
And
And
we can
then
Love
formulate an actual plan.
we do all these other quests in other areas. We level up a few times and then come back.
What if we go in and they just kill us and take it?
Well,
Let's-
that's the end of the campaign. Nice to play with the dice.
Yeah.
Yeah, this has been
Like,
corny.
I don't know that. I was gonna say something that my character doesn't know, but I'm pretty sure only some of us at the table have to worry about dying right now.
That's true.
Well, it's gonna be a fun solo campaign. Just task after task after task.
No, I'd be there.
I mean, I would say, you know what? We're here. Let's trade. Let's show our hands.
Let's do it.
All right.
You got an orb of dragonkind.
A very powerful artifact. Why are you willing to trade such a device?
The occupant of this tower has very powerful magic items that we would like to have.
And if The occupant of this tower does not part with such item.
And we'll part with our items. It just didn't work out.
I will speak what Archon might indulge. And you may wait out here.
Okay, that's great. Just want to let you know that we do have 2 others with us. Just so there's no surprise. I'm being very upfront and honest with you, and I expect the same from you.
Archon is not the only one that dwells here. That is all that he says, as he will enter.
Yeah.
I insight check him when he said he was gonna go talk to Archon and stuff just to get a read on
Yeah, give me an insight
his
check.
intentions. That's a 19.
What you can read from his language, he doesn't seem deceitful, so he is likely going to go talk to Archon. But you can also see that there is almost a bit of amusement in perhaps thinking that you'll be able to get a very powerful magic item from Archon.
When Saren sees them turn, he will cast messaging into Mel. Where are they going? Did you tell them price?
Yeah. Explained the trade. He's gonna go talk to Archon. See what he's willing to indulge.
I cast message again. So the blood's on the table.
I didn't specify it specifically, but I said he had an item he wanted.
Is the blood a magic item or
Saren,
not?
Yeah. Or is he gonna be
I
like?
think I
"Here's
said a
wand."
powerful item. I can't remember.
Well, that's also the same question. Is the blood a powerful item or not? But, yeah, well, this turtle heads inside and brings the contingent of the, undead with him. The 2 that are up top still kind of are readied for an order, but again, there's no weapons in the ballista yet, they're just trained on you. As they sort of, make sure you don't run off. And it's a few minutes of a conversation that happens. Who knows what is discussed, and the door opens once more, and you see the portal step out. Archon is willing to consider a trade. If you have specifics you are looking for. If you are just hoping for some goodwill, he will send you on your way.
Didn't come all this way and expect I was gonna find goodwill waiting for me. The item we are hoping to trade orbs for is a vial of blood. The amount of blood, to be specific.
As you say this, the portal in front of you gives a hum of consideration before looking to you, Ash. Gather your 2 others. We will see if this trade happens.
Yeah, okay. Ash will kind of turn and give a thumbs up in a motion.
Did I
All right,
insight
Magda,
check
we're
him
up.
again? And he was making his thoughtful portal noise.
Yeah, give an insight check.
25.
You can't quite read him too well, as this is the first time you're interacting, but there's, from the thoughtful hum and the order to Ash right after it, you think that there's a chance that this trade might actually go through.
Karen,
We're up.
what is Ash doing? Is she stuffed up somewhere? What is that signal? I can't see it.
I think. Oh, I think we're to join them.
I think you ought to send a message to her and see if that's true.
I will cast message to Ash. Magda wants to know what your signal means. I'm pretty sure, but she may not be. You can reply to this message.
Turn back. Sarah has eyes on me. We're good. Come on.
All right, Magda, we're up.
Okay, so I get the shield and the mace ready, and then I charge it to attack.
What? No attacking. Everything's
Nope.
fine, Magda.
You
We're
said
good.
we were up.
Yeah, we're good. We're just gonna join them.
Oh, we're not fighting. We're just gonna join them.
For now.
Okay, we need to work on our communication skills, because when you say we're up, that mean I thought we meant it's our turn to go and to a fight.
Okay, my mistake. If I want you to kill something, I will say, kill them.
Gotcha. Okay, that's great. Okay, I jog up.
We can do a team building workshop after this.
So, as you are able to follow this turtle, all of you, into the ground floor, this armory, I don't have all the little minion tokens on the board because that'd be a lot of counting. But there's more skeletons in here, as if there could be a standing army. They're not all like sort of pressed in here, but there is again more rooms to the tower, so there could be more skeletons dispersed amongst everything. But you are pulled by our portal.
As I run up the 100 feet or whatever, can I bring up Zeta on the way?
Sure.
Thank you.
But as you are brought in, and you see again all the skeletons, the turtle will turn to the ghoul at its side and speaks again in Draconic. Sarah and Maggie, do either of you speak Draconic?
Nope.
And the creature turns to watch you, and do not get any ideas. I will be back.
So we're just staring down like an army of undead.
Well, it's not a full army, but it gives the idea that there is perhaps an army present. This is just a portion of it. If you want above table numbers, there's about 80 undead here. Not in this room, in the entirety of the tower, but...
Just for my own knowledge,
Uh-huh.
how many could I catch in a 5-foot wide blast out from me? Just so I know.
Depends on how close. Like, they're not, like... I would say that the undead are, like, where the skeleton tokens, that's kind of, like, their first, the closest kind of line. So they're all in, like,
Okay.
the back half of the room. So you've got part of the room that... Actually, no, our ghoul is going to stand right there. But, so, like, you've got parts of the room here that are able to move around. But...
Alright, we're just gonna be in a little stare down here.
What additional information that I didn't get last time can I glean by taking my time to really look around this floor from where I'm standing?
Seems to be an armory of some sort. You can see through little glimpses in these two doors. My thing tool. In those two doors, you can see a bit of the armory, and then weaponry, of course, is aimed at the front door. Here, here. Looks to be flamethrowers. And then directly ahead of you, some sort of holding cell filled with bones and blood. It's a very welcoming front door.
We seen any signs of our vehicles?
No, you do not see any signs of your vehicles outside.
Unfortunate.
Can we ask about them and see if we can get them back?
Well, do you know how to speak with the undead that are currently present?
Absolutely not.
Okay. So. As you wait for this portal to return, hopefully with Arthon, for this trade to happen, I think we're going to take a little bit of a break here and come back here in about 5-ish minutes to see where things go.
We're gonna die.
So, while you are waiting for this portal and hopefully Archon cool, and you do have a few skeleton guards here, you're able to get a better understanding of the layout here. And then you hear footsteps arriving. More than just the turtle, which is good. But the first figure that you see is no dragonborn. The first figure you see entering this space is a minotaur. And he is followed by a manticore as the skeletons begin to part to the sides here. And then you see the turtle and the final person to descend is Archon, who very immediately you can tell a difference between this figure and the one you had seen originally by an aura about him. The way that he can carries himself, it speaks almost of a hardened battle general. And as he looks over the collection of you, as a bit of an assurance, present the orb.
Saren will take like a half step forward and produce the orb. Finally, we get to speak with the man of the place.
While this happening.
And remind me, what was it that you were hoping to gain from this trade?
Tiamat's blood.
Roll for me a persuasion check, please, as you watch his left hand sort of flex.
Faye, would you be so kind to describe his left hand for me?
Well, it's very much like you expected, based on previous
Oh, gross.
interactions. It's no Dragonborn's hand. It's
I got a nat 20. Maybe he's gonna give me the fucking hand.
no. You would notice that
Oh,
the sort of decayed essence climbs up the arm to underneath the armor that he wears. And I suppose the orb of blood would survive.
and our vehicles. Especially seeing as how we handled some unwanted visitors the last time we were here.
Unfortunately, there were no vehicles when I returned. Only my cleric imprisoned.
Well, we still did you a kindness in ridding your home.
Which
of
is
those
why you were
unwanted
allowed to
creatures.
stand in my presence.
Orb for the blood, then.
And so he will step forward, meet you about halfway, and you see that he reaches for a chain around his neck, lifts it up over his head, and dangling from this chain, a decorative vial which sloshes with a dark liquid. It doesn't look like any sort of blood you've seen before, but it does move.
Well, Saren will hand over the orb then, and reach out for the necklace with the vial.
He offers the vial in his right hand and goes for the orb, sort of at like the same time kind of thing, and grabs it with the left hand, and this close you can feel a sort of radiating evil from just the presence of the hand.
Saren will kind of take a step back as he kind of ends up snatching the necklace, just kind of almost in unexpected shock of that aura.
The orb is cured in his hands as you do that, and he seems unwavered by your response.
I insight
Saren,
check. I want to see if he seemed like he was being deceitful when he handed the vial.
Roll an insight check. He's hard to read.
very, very good then. That concludes the business we have with you.
I wish you luck in finding vehicles. I'm sure there are plenty of roving gangs you can usurp. Seeing how well you assisted with a problem.
Saren will take a couple steps back and then give like a half bow, trying to keep his balance still as the aura of that hand is still affecting him a little bit. And he'll just motion everyone else out the door.
Excuse me. I love Kelsey's face. Since we did you a favor, can we have like a boon?
You have been granted a boon already. For no one besides my closest compatriots have ever stepped foot inside my power and lived to tell the tale.
Whoa, that is so cool. Can we share that just as an intimidation tactic with like anybody, like of our enemies? Would that work?
I have no control of what you do outside of this town. But if I hear that you have been using my name for your own gains, I do not know that we would be in this tenuous alliance for much longer.
Oh, good. What does tenuous mean?
Saren's gonna give just like a very serious and almost sharp look to Magda. Magda, it's time to go.
Oh, okay. That's great. I will make. Okay, I gotta go. Bye. Bye.
And Saren's walking right past everybody, straight out the door.
I immediately follow.
Yeah? You guys?
What does tenuous mean? Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
It means uncertain.
Icky.
Whoa. Okay. That went well.
Better than I expected it to. Yeah.
No, can we check? How can we tell if that's the vial of Tiamat and that he didn't just screw us? I didn't want
I
to say
don't think.
anything in there.
I think of all the creatures we've met here, he's the one least likely to play games. It's
Oh,
Aaron's
okay.
very serious.
Okay. You should probably hide that. Yeah. Do you want to wear it and hide it inside your shirt?
I'll hang on to it.
Yeah. Okay.
As we get really far away, walking away from the tower, when I was close to him, handing him the orb, that hand, the one that I need, just being near it, really affected me.
In what way?
I felt sick. I felt weak. There was a strong, evil energy coming from it.
Oh crap.
I think that hand, and those that he had with him, let alone the dragon, is far beyond what we're capable of right now.
Okay. Okay. I mean, we'll still get it, but we'll just maybe get more help. Yeah.
More help, more something, an army of our own, maybe.
Hmm.
I think he only showed us a fraction of his power.
Oh boy. Okay.
That hand's going to be for another day. And if Mahadi has a problem with that, I think we have some first-hand experience to support that waiting.
Okay. Okay.
But Ash,
You
that
did
may
good.
mean that we're definitely need your help, but we're not close to being on par with them.
Oh no, I'm not blind.
Did you see the size of that Minotaur?
I did, and I also heard the story from last time. I mean,
Yeah, and
There was a
those weren't
story.
even his guys.
I was gonna say, what's story? There was no Minotaur on the other.
Well,
I get that
there seemed
that
to have
it.
been some.
I understand that it wasn't his guys, but still.
But we still barely got away. And those were just some freeloaders.
Well, we made it out this time. And who is this for? This vial?
Oh, so he's a Titan, but not right now.
Mm-hmm.
His name's Uldrak. He used to be a Titan, and now he's a lemur. And he's living inside his
He's
own helmet. That's
He's
like,
not a lemur.
what is he? He's a
It's
little
an
guy.
imp.
He's not an imp. He's
Right?
a spined devil.
Yeah, he's a little guy
Find
now.
devil.
Used to be big guy, now little guy.
You had me thinking Zaboomafoo was living in a helmet.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
he's like small. He's not tiny, but he's small.
Got it.
Yeah, he's used to be big guy, now little guy, living in his old helmet. And
And
he
where-
wants. Shit, I gotta read.
Just-
If we use this,
Uh-huh.
we can like sprinkle it around where he got turned into a little guy.
We can't do
Like,
that. He was very clear he needs to do that.
Oh yeah, he needs to do it. You're right. And it'll like restore his original form, and then he'll give us some of his blood, and then we'll take that to a demon zapper, and then free this other person, who will then give us an invitation to some other
Bell's
important
Forge.
guy. Yeah, Bell at his forge, who may be able to help us find a way to help El Terrell. So this is a good thing. All of these things are good things.
Right.
The biggest problem is, and I will pull out the map, and I'm going to point about to where we are. We are about here.
Okay.
Oh, how do I ping? We're up here. It's not working.
You gotta click the other ping button, so when you hit ping, it starts with the line one, you gotta hit the other option.
I did. We're
Right
up here in the
here?
top. Oh, God, there it is. Yeah, that's where we are.
Uh-huh.
And we got to go way down south right there.
Okay, so we need to cross the river again.
We do. And we could really use transport.
Right.
It's dangerous to be out here walking on foot, and it'll take absolutely forever to get there.
Yeah. Okay. Let's worry about getting across the river first. How about that?
So if we had transport, we could just fjord the river with the giant demon vehicles.
Oh, what was I thinking? Okay.
Well, it's okay. You may not have known. We only knew because we did it once, or like 4 times.
Okay. Then let's fucking steal some vehicles.
We'll probably have to kill the people who own them.
And?
Just letting you know.
Yeah, with
Just
Smiler, some
establish your
heads.
expectations. Yeah, I mean, there are some war bands that are out here that Smiler, who is this crazy dude, you'd love him probably, wanted us to kill. So, you know, maybe we end up doing him a favor too.
Well, let's start walking and keep an eye out.
Perhaps we could keep an eye out for like commonly traveled areas that have like deep ruts from the tires.
Sure.
I don't want to use the word road. I don't think road is applicable here, but a commonly traveled pathway.
As we were leaving the tower, can I do some ranger shit and see if I can see tire tracks from going away from the tower to see if we can figure out where our vehicles went?
Roll me a survival check. This is a difficult DC because it has been a few days.
Oh, that's terrible. That's a 9.
You're not able to differentiate anything, unfortunately. Just a lot of dust and... I don't know if I would call it dirt, but whatever the dirt adjacent thing in Avernus is.
I don't want
I
to think
would
about it too much.
I would just like to point out that with our luck, we'll get attacked pretty soon. So, you know.
I mean, there might be something I could do to invite attention, but there's no telling what I would invite.
If we scan the
Interesting.
horizons, can we see any dust clouds?
Yes, however, they are on the other side of the sticks.
So we have to worry about crossing the river first.
Well,
Hey.
perhaps we follow the river then and see if we can find a way across.
Maybe we'll find Bodhi's brother or something. You think Bodhi has a
Shippy?
brother?
Bodhi's brother's name's Shippy.
Shippy.
Dingy. I don't know. I kind of like Dingy too.
Plot twist, Bodhi has a sister.
Crafty.
That's even better.
So,
Okay, we start walking.
and you follow alongside the river.
Yep.
Alright.
Take that. Face saying things weird.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Don't gaslight me.
As you guys are walking, I would like anyone read me. Roll for me a d20.
I did the last one.
I'll do it. I don't know why I did 2. I didn't mean to. It's 18. I need to change my mouse.
As you are moving, it's getting to about the end of a working day. You had some hours on the river with Bodhi, some time traveling to the tower with Archon, and then the whole tent situation of Archon's tower, and now you're traveling. You get to a area where you can see these open fields of gross black ichor. And so that places you with ichor on one side, the sticks on the other. Both liquids, probably not the best to touch. And it's about time that you are going to be needing to settle down for rest. When I'm going to ask for perception checks from all of you.
Four.
So Saren and Mel will see this. There is a raft. It's small. Big enough to hold the demon, or the devil ride that is on it. And you see that the devil ride is not unmanned. No, there is a very specific person that is on this devil's ride. As
Smiler.
Saren and Mel see Smiler just sort of chilling on his raft in the middle of the Styx.
Saren's gonna shout out to him. Oi! Smiler!
As he looks and sees where you're waving, you don't know where it was stored, but he pulls out an oar and begins to maneuver the raft over to you and get up to the shore. And well, don't think I'd be seeing you so soon. It has been
Why
soon,
not?
right? Or has it been long? Who cares?
Make 2 of us.
Fair enough. Who cares? Can you shuttle us across?
Probably.
Would you?
He sits there and thinks for a minute. Lets it sort of grow in a tension that becomes maybe a little uncomfortable. Yeah, I don't see why not.
Great. We're hoping to find some of those war bands that you mentioned.
Ah, yeah,
That
fuck
you'd
'em.
like us to... Well, I'm not sure if that's on the list, but
I mean, if
Thank
you
you.
want to do that before or after you kill them, I won't judge.
thank you for the clear expectations. Any ideas where they might be?
Here, there, anywhere. Somewhere in Avernus. They don't really go down to the other levels. To be fair, I don't go down to the other levels.
Well, if we wanted to find them quickly, any idea? Any leads?
well, they're pricks, so you can probably see that from a while as they get closer to you. One of them is very gaudy. He's gold encrusted, all of it. The other one, red skin. Not really. Well, everything's red down here, so I guess that could blend in and work against you.
Well, here's a proposal. If you wouldn't mind shuttling us across to the other side, perhaps you could ride around on your devil's ride, see if you could find their attention, and I'll show you the path that we expect to be taken, and maybe you could lead them right to us and right into an ambush.
Roll a persuasion check.
Yep.
12.
That doesn't sound very fun.
Why not?
It just doesn't. Like, sometimes you hear something and it sounds amazing. Like, hell yeah, I want to do that. Like, have you ever gone cliff diving in a thunderstorm?
No.
But it sounds fun, doesn't it?
I've never been in a thunderstorm.
What?
He puts his arm around you. When we kill all of the princes, the warlords and everything like that, right? And you're done with whatever business you're doing down here. I don't think you're down here. It's a pleasure. I'm going to take you to see a thunderstorm.
Right. Question. I know we're in Avernus and it's probably really hot. For some reason, I just feel like he might be a little damp. Is he, like, just generally a little damp?
He's not damp, but he definitely has the smell of someone who is riding
Damn.
He's riding around in leathers all day in a very hot environment. He has this natural smell of mulch as like an underscent as well.
Well, and he pisses into the wind, so I'm sure there's some other
Yeah, he does not.
undertone.
While he's not damp, he does not smell the best.
Sorry, how do we know
Great.
that he pisses into the wind?
That's how.
That's how we met.
That's how we met him.
Oh, great. I like this guy.
Oh, I love Smiley.
So,
Great.
Smiler, that sounds great. And the sooner we could get rid of these warlords, the sooner you and I can go find this thunderstorm. That's why I'm trying to hasten their demise.
Yes, well, the thing is, what you have presented does not sound fun. And I, while it doesn't seem like I am, can be a very patient man. So, and he
Right.
removes his shoulder and just, like, claps a hand on your shoulder. I'll get you across. And then you can search for whatever you need. And then, when the gods decide that it's time for us to meet up again, like how we found each other just now, I'll make sure to find you. Or you'll make sure to find me, or however it'll work out. Maybe I'll just fall into your lap.
Maybe my lap is already occupied. But let's say let's look at this map here. Do you know of any particular areas where they might frequent?
Well, and he just takes his finger and, like, moves all along the areas where there's, like, open ground and not, like, the massive things like the volcanoes or any other thing in this general area, I'd say.
Saren's just slowly nodding. Okay, great. rolls up mat, puts it away. Sounds great. You get us across. We're gonna find them, and then we'll find a thunderstorm in the future.
That's the spirit. And he'll get all of you onto the raft. And there is a moment where, like, because you're crowding onto the raft, you might get a little concerned that you are going to get into the sticks, because this is it's a very, like, shoddily put together thing. It doesn't look like it should hold 5 people and the Devil's Ride. But it does. It manages. And you are shepherded across the sticks by Smiler. He gets back, pushes off the shore. Toodaloo! I'll see you sometime.
Right. Best of luck, and thank you for your help. We'll return it in blood.
Excellent.
What does he do? Does he get back on the raft?
Oh yeah, he's like doing this, like he's like waving goodbye as he's like pushing off and everything like that.
Okay, Ash, that's Smiler.
I like him, but I don't like him as much as I like Bodhi.
Yeah, sometimes less is more, and Smiler is not less.
He is a lot, but you know what? Good for him for embracing his muchness.
Right.
Should we go find some dudes to beat up and steal their cars or their bikes? Or...
We can try. Yeah, they're so there's those devil rides. There's tormentors, which are much bigger.
Mhm.
And then we had a demon grinder, which is like the size of a house, like a large house. So they're pretty easy to spot. They kick up a lot of dust. We've seen a couple as we're traveling. It's just gonna be if we happen upon one or not.
Well, we're not gonna find one.
Yeah. Faye, where about did he drop us off?
Roundabouts there.
Alright. Well, it looks like we can go this way. Or we can go the other way around this giant pit of stuff.
Well, you probably don't want to try and risk that tonight, because it is, again, been a full day. So you might want to try and find a place to rest.
Maybe we should find some cover and rest.
That
I
sounds
take
good.
a look and see if I can find a place.
Well, not too far from you. Maybe about a few tons of feet or so. Not 50 or so. There is that ruins next to where Smiler dropped you off.
We can try that. This thing right here. Assuming it's not inhabited.
Well, there's one way to find for sure.
Can we see it?
Yeah, you can see it from your distance. It looks like it's some sort of broken down ruins. Almost looks like it was a tower portion of a fortress, but the rest of the fortress is gone, leaving just the tower and a little bit.
Wouldn't hurt to check it out.
Right. If it's empty, it would probably be safe.
And if we can get up there, it might give us some upper hands on what?
Yeah, yes.
Okay. So, how do you approach these ruins?
Stealthily, hopefully.
Safely.
And let's get stealth rolls.
Yeah, big 4.
Hey, will you roll it for me? I'm having mouse issues.
Yeah, I can do that. Pull up Magda sheet. Okay, a little above average. So, uh, as you're heading over there, Saren, why don't you explain to me what a 4 looks like?
He's not really paying attention to the terrain. He's very stumbly. Just kind of out there. Not doing a great job.
So, as the rest of you kind of are able to notice Saren's lackluster still, luckily, it seems that there are no creatures within the ruins that seem to take notice. So you get to the ruins.
Would like to investigate and look around.
An investigation check.
Just make sure it's empty, or if there's anything useful.
I'll help.
All right.
That's a 6. We're getting better.
Sure,
Got a
I'll
19.
help also. And
Saren Melioris, this is a tower that at one point was part of something more. You can see where it has deteriorated in some areas. That's really all you guys get. Ash, as you look at the sort of deterioration, there's some patches in the roof that have kind of given way. But you would notice that there is a door amidst some of the broken walls. It's not in the best condition, but it does seem to close fully. Just has a few holes at the top and bottom.
Interesting. It's interesting to Kelsey. Looks good. There might be a room up, over there. Who's to say? But other than that, it's it's a good spot.
Better than most that we've found.
Better than being out there.
Right.
Now, I will say the tower is the only thing that's here. The door is into the tower.
So I didn't catch that.
Sorry.
There's a door into the tower. I ain't going there, obviously, but
That sounds potentially even safer.
should we check it out?
Yes.
Let's check it
Especially
out.
since there could be something dangerous hiding in there, and we wouldn't want to be ambushed.
Of course, super dangerous. I'll open the door to the tower.
All right, a door opens easily, and the first thing that you are hit with is like the smell of hot dust.
Gross.
This door has not been opened in a while, but you don't see any living creatures in here. There's a skeleton, but it's again deteriorated to the point it's been long dead. So you are able to see the it's not like a full staircase, it's just wooden pegs that go up to lead to the top where the lookout is in this tower, that spiral around, but it is spacious. You each have area for yourself in here.
This looks about as safe as it gets in this place.
And I think we're good to go here.
A,
Yeah,
does this thing have a roof?
it does have a roof, but there are patches in the roof, so light does come in.
Okay, so would you say it's dark in the tower?
I'd say it's dim light, but not entirely dark.
Do I sense a presence when I step in there into the dim light?
No more than you normally do.
Okay. Okay.
Sounds like we need to set up some watches then.
Sounds good.
What is our watch order?
Saren chooses second.
I'll go first.
Guess that puts me on third.
And you know what? Just to keep things fair and above the table, let's do.
I'm sorry. I'll take whatever. Watch.
That's what I was rolling for to see what you were doing. A 1 on a d6. That will be Magda and Ash on first.
Lovely.
We can talk
I
about
love
tail.
Magda's questions.
We can talk about tail troubles some more.
Yeah.
All right, so with that, as you settle into your first watch, let's get perception rolls. Do you still need me to roll for Magda?
Oh, I don't know why I rolled. I'm so sorry. Twinsies, though.
Hell yeah.
Alright, so Magda gets a 13, Ash got a 17. Fairly good watches. So as you start this process, what's going on? What's it look like?
Ash feels, pretty safe here, so she's just kind of keeping an eye on, anything that could come at them. So heads on a swivel in all directions.
Okay.
Hey, Ash.
Yes, Magda.
You know how like your tail keeps on moving?
I am aware of it, yeah.
Can I use it as a an exercising tool? Do you ever see a cat trying to catch its tail?
Sure.
Can I try to do that?
You want to chase my tail?
Yeah.
I don't even know how to answer that question. Like, on one
Is that
hand,
weird?
kind of.
Oh, okay.
Like,
Okay.
it's my
Sorry.
tail, it's my personal space. I'd rather not,
Oh, right.
you know.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Okay. Sorry.
Can I, like, grab your ears whenever I want?
Yeah.
Are you sure about that? I'm not going to.
No,
I'm
it's of
just kind
course.
of,
It's fine.
putting it into perspective for you.
Oh. Yeah, I have no boundaries.
Noted.
I'm gonna take a note of that.
Is the shield listening?
The shield is always listening.
I'm gonna make a note of that.
Noteception. Well, luckily for the two of you, and for the rest of you that are resting, besides the sound and gurgling of the sticks outside, nothing seems to disturb your attempts of rest. First watch goes by without issue. Saren, second watch.
Seven.
I'll keep your 7 in mind. What does your watch look like, Saren?
Saren would rotate between the ground floor and then going up to the top of the tower to look around, not trying to spend too much time in one area, as to leave the other one vulnerable for discovery. So it's a lot of stairs, it sounds like.
Saren, as you are in your process of moving between one and the other, you're currently out at the top, looking out across the hellscape that you found yourself within, when you would spot something out of the corner of your eye. A lot closer than most threats that you've seen out here, as this vision seems to be in the same sort of turret that you are currently standing on. It almost looks like a man, but the skin is nearly gone, and what remains is sunken and close to the bone. Stands tall and regal, looking out over the distance, draped in these robes that at one point may have been finery, but have decayed. The only thing that harkens to once grandeur are the tarnished gold accents that are alongside what remains of the fabric.
Saren will turn around as soon as he sees it and just kind of put his hand up. Where did you come from?
As you turn and put your hand up, the vision fades away like a ghost and is gone before you're even able to get the words out of your mouth.
Perhaps the... Saren's just kind of saying to himself, perhaps there's a long gone spirit still here. And Saren's gonna go back down the stairs. Fairly, like, unsettled.
Okay. Besides this, there's nothing else that disturbs your watch. Which will then bring us to Melior's, your watch.
Yeah.
Let's begin with a perception roll.
Okay. Oh my god, that was almost a natural one. Okay, that's a 25.
Alright,
So funny.
nothing. Don't worry about it. 25. That's really good. Uh, as you are starting off your watch, go ahead, tell me what it looks like.
If um if I can find a spot on the upper part where I can kind of see 365, I think I'd
Um,
probably try and position.
to get a full 365 would be on the actual roof itself and not just in the turret area. But yeah, I mean, if you want to put your faith into old wood, go for it.
This episode, I'm telling you. I make some kind of like an intelligence roll to see if I think that's a good idea?
If you wanna try and check the stability of it before climbing onto that, go ahead and make me an intelligence investigation. We'll make this actually.
It wouldn't matter either way. Oh my god, that was a natural 20 for a million years. And then it rolled onto an 8.
Um, okay. I mean, like, it's been out here for a while, and what and there are areas that have fallen, but like that's got to be the weak points, right? Because everything else has remained standing.
Yeah, makes sense to Mel. The engineer inside me is crying and dying a slow death. But yeah, I mean, seems fine.
Okay.
I want basically what I was trying to do was just find an elevated area that I could position myself and be stationary and be able to kind of see if anything is approaching us.
So the turret allows you to see quite a large berth, but not see everything stationary. But it does have like a pointed roof, so like you could get onto the roof and see a more 360 view if you wanted to stay still.
That was my intent
Yeah, I mean
when I
you can
started this.
still do it. I'll just be making
I'm
some
I'm
notes.
live. I'm live. You know, I don't weigh that much. I'm sure this is fine.
There is a few creaks of the old wood beneath you as you climb up, but so far it's holding, and you're able to see a bird's eye view almost of Avernus. Um, the only place that you can't see is behind you, but you can always turn your head to catch that. And what's going on through your mind as you're up here?
I am still very perturbed about my shadow. I can't forget about it. I'm constantly reminded every time I move that it's affecting me in some way. So it's always present on my mind. And I'm also trying not to dwell on that, even though it's hard not to. I'm trying to think about what I saw at Archon's tower, try and make mental notes of what was there, who was there, what their capabilities seemed like, what the layout was, trying to make a really clear mental picture so that if we're trying to come up with a plan of attack in the future, I can kind of have some thoughts on that And then I'll also be a bit worried about how Saren described what it was like to be near the hand. That's worrisome.
Yeah, no, it makes sense. To be worried about something like that. You recall the immediate shift in Saren during that interaction. And as you have all these thoughts sort of replaying in your mind, can you make me a dexterity saving throw?
"17."
So, Melioris, you're able to, as you hear the more sudden cracks in the wood and tiling beneath you, you're able to roll out of the way before you fall, get onto the sturdy turret space below. But the rest of you, down below where you are resting, will take 2 points of bludgeoning damage once we finish the rest. So you will start with 2 lesser HP for the day. As
Got it.
debris is what wakes you
Ow.
up. But you all can complete a long rest.
I don't know what happened, guys. It just collapsed.
No, it's fine.
This is a dangerous place in here. Is everybody okay?
I love getting woken up by a bonk on the head. It's my favorite thing.
You do?
No,
Oh, was that sarcasm?
it sure was.
Okay.
Lulu sort of stretches her wings, shakes off some of the debris.
Hey, Lulu.
And you hear in your mind, Magda, yeah?
Are you okay?
Well, I mean, I think I've been hurt worse before, especially because it's hard to remember a lot of things, but we saw, in the vision thing that I think I was in a battle once, so I think I'm good.
Okay. Are you doing okay otherwise? I know it's been like a long kind of, stuff.
I'm feeling a little bad that I scared everyone the other day, but I think I'm good. As long as we're still working towards, trying to find the place, the sword, and help, and I think I'm okay.
Okay. If you need anything, you just let us know, right?
Yeah.
High five!
And she looks and realizes she doesn't have any sort of 5 on her.
High hand. Oh. High trunk?
Okay! And she'll put the
Oh,
trunk.
okay. Yeah, we rock. Okay. Sorry, Sarah. What were you gonna say?
I'm just eager to leave this place. I think there's an old spirit here. I don't know. I saw something while I was on watch. Just eager to leave.
Whoa. Did you try to talk to it?
I did.
And
And?
It disappeared even before I could turn to face it fully.
shucks.
Okay, hold on. You saw a ghost, and then the ceiling fell down on us. Whoa.
Probably not related.
You know, there are things in
How
this
do you
world
know?
that we may never understand.
I guess they could be related.
Whoa.
Sometimes
Maybe
we
you're
want.
both right.
Sometimes we want answers, and we don't get them.
Whoa, you're so smart and wise. Okay. Try to stick close to Ash because she has a lot of wisdom. So I try to learn more stuff.
When you're ready, your group can begin walking through Avernus in hopes of finding one of the roving warlords. Or anyone else that's got these infernal machines that you can take for your own.
Or we go and we look from up above to see if we can see any dust clouds in a particular direction.
Yeah, you can see dust clouds, and they come from if we assume that the map is a standard northwards orientation, they seem to be coming from the southeast, near where you had to rescue Lulu from the Hell Wasps.
Oh, Saren, for your mage armor.
Why?
If I see, well, just.
This is still a while off. Like, this was before you guys left using the height to see if you can spot the clouds in the distance.
Oh, okay. Well, I think you
That
used
was
me.
like over here.
So, yeah, in that direction.
Okay.
I'm gonna call Zeta. And I'm gonna ride Zeta. Because I'm tired.
Okay.
Well, that's our direction then.
Let's go. You haven't missed any time.
Alright. Then, any one of you, we're traveling. I'm going to ask for a survival check for the group.
So
Ranger.
The ranger.
Nope.
Ranger must range.
Oh,
Saren rolled. Quick on it.
okay.
Oh, I thought you asked for everybody.
Anyone who would be rolling for the group.
Oh, the ranger should roll.
I'll let the ranger,
The ranger
roll.
committed to roll. Okay. Okay. You shouldn't have let me do that. That's a natural one.
The sorcerer roll.
The
Or a
dice decide.
7. Okay, this is bizarre. I'm pretty sure the first roll I did of the episode or the session
Was it nat
was
20?
survival, and I got a natural 20. So we have come full circle.
We have come full circle. Cool. I'll keep your 7 in mind as you're traveling. What does it look like? You've got your bearings. You're heading towards it. I'm assuming that you're trying to move around the massive pit of green sludge. Cool. Okay.
We want to hop across those little platforms.
I was looking
I
at
don't think
that.
that's a good idea.
I was looking at that. I said that looks like an awful lot of fun.
Yeah.
The only thing on our current path that I'm worried about is this thingy.
Like the big storm of some
Yeah,
kind.
no.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, sure, the storm, but the chasm.
Well, the chasm could also be filled with that green sludge.
Yeah,
Looks
but
like
that's
it also feeds into the stick.
also a problem. There's just a whole lot of mess.
But to be fair,
in this area.
that chasm's a lot smaller than the other chasm.
Yeah, you're right.
The other chasm does have a bridge, though.
Yeah, what's going on at that bridge? Do you guys want to know?
We crossed it once
We
in
crossed
our
it
vehicles.
once with our
You did?
help.
You did cross it
Oh,
once,
no.
but it could be different now that you guys are walking.
I don't really want to know, though.
We're going
Well,
east though.
We're going the other way.
What direction was this cloud moving? Could I tell? Was it traveling west or was it traveling further east? Or
Do remember
is it
that
too far away to tell?
the cloud could just be artistic. Oh no, the other cloud, the actual cloud you'd saw. You didn't see which direction it was in.
It's too far away,
Yeah.
really.
Yeah, you just saw that it was in that
Okay.
area.
Okay.
All right. So, as you're traveling,
No, I don't like it here. It's not my place. It's not my cup of tea.
sorry, I got distracted by the cartographer.
I never thought I was gonna agree with this cartographer, but like, yeah, hard samesies, dude.
Yeah.
Hmm.
As you are traveling, roll for me perception checks, everybody. Saren and Melioris, you pick up on the sound. It is the sound of wings flapping. And it's starting to get louder.
There's something flying above us, getting closer.
Yeah.
Can I turn and face the direction I hear it?
You can! And what you see is somewhat familiar.
Our old friend, right? That I haven't met yet. We have a friend with big wings.
You've got a friend with little wings that you have met.
Yeah,
Is it
Lulu. She's the
Cheech and-
best.
Is it Cheech and Chong? Nope. Chunk and.
Shuka and Klonk?
Yes. Is it them?
Is it a plane?
Is it pins and needles?
It is not.
Luton 2?
Nope.
I what is it?
I'm about to tell you. You guys were just making all these guesses. You see one of those entities that you had fought along the Styx. The one that commanded the frogs. So this one seems to be smaller and on its own. And you recall what Bodhi had said. They are brought closer by the scent of gold.
And we just picked up 300 gold pieces.
And cloth of gold clothes and vestments.
Yeah, that too.
And the gold amulet that
Like,
Saren
can we like, I don't know, coerce this one into just being like a gold detector? Bring him along on our adventures?
We would
Those are
like to
truffle
tame
pick.
it, please.
Put him in a little kid harness.
A little baby Bjorn.
This thing larger than any of you in a Bjorn.
So
I can
in
hear it.
that magic school thing, Snifter? Sniffler? Sniffler.
Hmm.
That's a thing, yeah? Am I making that up?
Niffler?
Yeah, one of those creatures
It's
that
from-
goes and digs for shiny things.
From Harry Potter?
Yeah.
I think that's a Niffler.
Yeah,
Niffler.
Oh,
Yeah.
platypus one.
Yeah.
Is it getting close like it's gonna attack us?
Oh, it's definitely coming in your direction.
How far away is it?
I would say at this point, it's about maybe 80 feet away.
It's another one of those things. I'm gonna shoot a sorceress burst at it of cold damage.
Oh, fun.
Okay.
A 13.
A 13 misses. And we are going to roll initiatives.
Well,
It was nearly a natural 20.
Hey Mel, do you want to switch initiatives with me? Don't you get bonuses for going first or something like that, or am I making that up?
I get bonuses during the opening round of combat, but not necessarily if I go first. If I were going first and it's not upon us yet, I would probably just be holding my action anyway, because I'm a melee person. So
There's all of you together. Our big baddie guy coming over here. And
just different battle music.
I think it's just a different rotation of the music. Alrighty, Magda. This thing, 80 feet off. What do you want to do?
I would like to move over there. Yeah, it's within my reach. I would like to guiding bolt it, please. Amazing 13.
That misses.
Yeah. Yeah, of course it does. Guiding bolt never. And then Sarah is going to go ahead and growl and hold her action to attack if it comes in her melee range. And the turn.
Alright, Meliors.
Do I owe you a D8 roll?
You do owe me a D8 roll, this is correct. Thank you for reminding me. I'll give you a heroic inspiration for the reminder.
Oh, thanks. I think that's a 1.
So, as you start combat, your shadow reaches up and pulls you prone on your initiative.
Just like that, eh? Okay.
Bitch.
Do I still get my
Yeah,
turn?
you still have everything. You just start prone because your shadow hates you.
What did it look like to everybody else? I just flew off my feet.
Like you
It just landed
started
on the ground?
like in the midst of like everyone getting ready for battle, you just sort of tumble to the ground because like it's basically your shadows pulling the feet underneath you.
Saren's like, what
Did
the
you
fuck?
face plant?
Up to you if you want to fall forwards or backwards.
Which way is it pulling or pushing me? I'm at the mercy of this thing.
Mechanically, you are getting pulled. I'll let you decide the narrative of if you're falling forward or falling back.
I think I fall backwards.
Okay.
I probably like smack my head on the ground or something. That seems like something this shadow would do.
Alright, heck yeah.
I'm a little dazed and confused. Not confused, I know what happened. I guess I'll use half my movement to stand up and prone, and I will Hunter's Mark this thing. Normally I have 10 extra feet in the opening round of but my movement speed is reduced by 10. So do they just cancel and I've got 30, but now I have 15?
Yeah, that's essentially what it would be.
Alright, well, I'm gonna move my 15 feet out in the front, and I will hold my action to attack it if it gets in my melee range.
Sounds good. Saren.
So I can see about how far away it is. Is it up in the sky still?
Yeah, but it's getting, like, it's coming down closer. Gliding towards you.
Okay. On its approach angle, about how far away is it? Like, is it going to be on us in the next 6 seconds, I guess is my question.
Probably. Maybe not.
I'll follow Magda's lead and I'll shoot a guiding bolt. At level 1. 24.
Yeah, that hits.
It's glowing for 12 damage.
Hell yeah.
And I'm gonna move a little bit. Perfect.
Okay. And with that, Ash, it is your turn.
Cool. I'm just gonna move slightly this way because I've seen what you've done. And I'll send a firebolt towards it.
All right, you've got advantage because it's glowing.
It's a 20
That'll hit.
for 16 fire.
Alrighty. And then anything else?
I'm good.
Alrighty. Our creature is gonna go. And as he glides, it's trying perhaps to get towards closer towards Ash and Saren, but will end right in front of Melioras with a crash. You can take your reaction here if you'd like.
Oh, I would like that very much.
Go for it.
12's not gonna hit.
That will unfortunately miss.
The 19 hit.
The 19 will hit.
Cool. I'm gonna turn it into a dreadful strike with 11 points of magical slashing. And, oh god, 4 points of psychic. And 2 points of force. And I don't know, I can't remember on a held action if I'm able to do my Nick attack or no.
I'm going to say,
It's part of the attack.
well, yeah, no, because with the way that they've changed it, it's part of the attack action, so yeah.
Okay. I will do that then. That's another 19. So that will be 10 points of slashing and 5 points of force.
Alright, and with a roar, he is going to take some claw attacks against you. That is a 17 to hit Melioras.
I will parry that.
Alright. And then a 20.
That hit.
for 14 points of slashing damage and 19 points necrotic. And
Or okay.
And what you would notice is that as the claws strike against Melioris, this creature gets slightly larger as some of the wounds begin to heal.
I just took 33 points total. So I owe you a con save, and I need to beat, I think, a 16.
Gotta beat a 16.
A 17, Hunter's Mark's still up.
Hunter's Mark is still up. You're good. Alright, and Magda, your turn. I can't hear you.
I'm gonna try to go ahead and smash this thing with my mace. That is going to be 21 to hit.
That'll hit.
And I'm going to go ahead and put some Divine Smite in there.
It will get an extra one for being a fiend.
Oh my fucking god. My mouse is doing... Okay. Sorry, guys. Sorry. That is going to be 12 points of radiant damage on top of the 7 bludgeoning. And then, do I have anything that I'm going to do? Yes, Skilled Bash. So if you can make me a strength saving throw, please, DC 14.
That is a 24.
Okay, I'm going to try to go ahead and hit it again. The 17 hit?
A 17 will hit.
Total of 10 points of bludgeoning damage. And then my bibit is going to go ahead and try to hit it. Oh, misses with the 3. That is the end of my turn.
Melioris.
Great. Ouch.
Oh, it is sapped. So the next attack, it has a disadvantage on its roll. Thank you, Brett.
I'm gonna hit it a bunch more times because that hurt. $17, I think we said hit.
The 17 will hit.
Cool. At 10 points of magical slashing and 3 points of force. And ooh, I doubt very much a 14 is gonna hit.
A 14 does miss.
Okay, then I will make my Nick attack. That's a 26 to hit. And it does 8 points of slashing and 4 points of force.
Alright, beautiful, beautiful. And then we come to Saren's turn. Saren, the thing is closer.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I'm not a huge fan of that. I'm going to Sorceress Burst. And we'll do... Could I tell if the fire damage seemed to go through from Ash?
It did seem to take effect, yes.
Alright, we'll do fire damage. 24.
That hits.
5 damage.
No exploding dice.
My bonus... Now, for my bonus action, I'd like to use a spiritual weapon at 2nd level.
Okay.
And we'll
Alrighty.
That's a 7. I'm sorry, 9.
That is unfortunately a miss.
Thank you.
Ash,
Mm-hmm.
it's your turn.
Okay, I'm gonna scooch in. And we'll attack with, pull out my whip and my sword, but we'll attack with the whip first.
Alrighty.
It's a 25 to hit.
That hits.
That is 6 slashing and be slowed. Second is a natural 20.
Yeah, definitely hits.
And that is, yeah, 6. Nope, 4. Plus 2, plus 4. So 10
Yep.
slashing. And then I'll hit him with my sword as a bonus action. Which is a 15.
Just misses.
Okay.
Alright. Like that, our creature's turn comes through, and his first attack is going to be towards Magda.
Disadvantage because it is a sap. It is sapped.
Yep.
He's also slowed.
He's right where he wants to be.
That's fine. I'm just making sure you know.
So that's going to miss with a natural 1 against Magda. But with a roar, he is going to go for...
It freeze on us. Oh no, there she is. Okay, never mind.
With a 4... not 4. There's 4 of you that are present. So I need to roll that. Gonna go for Ash on the second attack. That is a natural 20.
Yeah.
Alright, so we are looking
I
at...
can use my Divine Shield on that one.
You want to? Go for it.
Yeah, I will.
Alright, so... that is going to be 21 slashing and... 20 necrotic, which then becomes halved, so 10 and 10.
Got it. Yeah, why not? I'll Hellish Rebuke.
Okay.
Needed a dick save.
That is a 14.
He passes.
Still takes half.
So 7 fire.
Alright, so some of that life energy that he stole from you, you're able to sort of rip from his hands with that hellish rebuke, and that is going to be it for its turn, as you can hear the rumbling growl from within it. Eyes eagerly moving between the 4 of you, Magda, Ash, Meliors, and Saren. Nostrils flaring with the scent of gold. Magda, it's your turn.
I would like to try to hit it with my mace again. That is 21 to hit for a total of 10 bludgeoning, and I'm gonna do Divine Smite again.
You get an extra one because it's Fiend.
My mouse is driving me nuts. Okay, that's 14 points of radiant shield thing, so please strength.
Well, in your time of fighting this thing, you've kind of felt the strength behind it. So the shield bash, you're hoping for any sort of give, just enough. And as you strike out, there is a unnatural release of energy as the creature just falls back, unmoving. You are no longer bound to initiative.
Is it dead?
It is dead.
That looks dead. I think we killed it.
Does he have any
Yay!
gold on him?
I don't know. It doesn't have pockets, but you guys look really rough. Saren,
As
Yeah,
you,
I
if
can-
you would like to check to see if there's any gold upon this creature, you are welcome to.
can I help Mel search?
Yeah.
Okay. No need to roll. This is pretty easy. The answer is both yes and no. There is no usable gold upon the body, but you can see in the patches of skin and sinew, where gold has almost embedded itself into the skin, as if consumed, for who knows what reasons or purposes served, but to get enough gold that could be used in bartering or something would take some time.
That's gross.
And press damage.
Okay, does that bring you guys to at least half?
I'm fine. I've been way worse.
Okay. Okay. And Mel, you okay?
I'm pretty good.
Okay. Kind of told you into you pretty good. Do you think you know how some birds like pluck things and then and like decorate their feathers to make it look like more pretty? Do you think this bird or this creature had kind of did that, or do you think they consumed it and it's kind of like oozing out of its body? And then should we go open it up?
I have no interest in dissecting this thing.
No.
Okay.
You can keep the
Okay.
gold. That's fine.
No.
You
Yeah.
watch
It's fine.
as
You
it
you do you.
slowly starts to melt into like the ichor. Um,
Yeah.
There,
More
you,
demon ichor. We
you
really
wanna
should get some bottles.
you wanna play around in that, or
Well, I already have like a demon that use, and then I go like my face is covered again with my
yeah.
demon plate. I'm like, see, I go,
Mm-hmm.
I have it on me already.
Yeah, I
Okay.
know.
Yeah, okay. It disappears from my face.
Should we keep going?
Yeah,
All
I
right.
think so.
as you press forward further into Avernus, we will see what lies ahead in your journeys in our next session. So,